Well, it's Tuesday night at Tiny Box Vape Shop, America's premier vape shop, and you all know I'm telling the truth. Look around, folks. Where are you going to find a vape shop with this much variety, with this much quality, with this great a customer service? But that's not what you're here for, is it, boys? What they're here for tonight is the Chino Brothers, episode 10.
There are 10 vowels in the Korean alphabet.
The Roman numeral for 10 is X.
And X gonna give it to you, baby, because we are now ready for the Chino Brothers Season 1, Episode 10. What do you think of them apples? Oh, yeah, dude. You got me.
DMX, rest in peace. That's a great track, though, man. That is a great track. DMX. I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got me. You got me with the X. Dude, you remember? All right, dude, you screwed me up. You remember that time? I don't know if you remember this or not. One time we were at the station. It was me, you, and Chico. And me and Chico were arguing about which rappers were actually hard. Do you remember this?
I remember him having conversations about that.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious because I was like, bro, you know, and I mentioned like 3 rappers that I can't remember if we met them or if I knew them when I was in California. And I'm like, trust me, they're not hard. They're studio gangsters. And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? DMX is, or no, was it DMX? Oh, no, it was Exhibit, I think it was. Oh, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was one of the alcoholics.
He did the MTV show, MTV Cribs and stuff. So, but
whoever it was, Chico kept going like this. No, I will just say Exhibit for this time. No, Exhibit is hard. And he kept going like this, hard. He kept crossing his arms like that. And like he was screaming at me, and you were laughing the whole time because I'm like, dude, these guys are all busters that you're talking about, and you're trying to break it up. So you go, hey Chico, when I see you, I get hard, and you're like, is that too much? Is that too much? Yeah, you're trying to break up the tension. It was awesome.
I don't remember Chico ever really getting mad. That's crazy.
Dude, I feel like Chico got mad at me because I would bring morning
like
show ideas. Yeah, like, and I clearly wanted to be on a morning show. And I was gutter and he was a pretty boy, you know what I mean? But he was my elder, you know what I mean? And on top of it, I'd learned because my first radio station I worked for, there was a guy called the Minister. And my first night, he came up to me and he was like, hey, what's up, man? I'm the Minister. But I'd never heard of him before. So yeah, I was at the Edge in Phoenix. I'd never heard of him before. So I was kind of like, all right, man, whatever. That's where I first used Sketch the Monkey Boy. Yeah, but I'd never heard of this DJ. But I was just like an intern that could crack the mic, and this guy was like a weekend overnight guy. And I got fired real quick from that place because I was like butting heads and clowning people and stuff. And I'm like, all right, you're not supposed to do that at a radio station. Like if you're the low man on the totem pole, just kiss butt. And that's what I did when I was at Hot. So
hey, we got to shout out DJ Prospect real quick. And what up, DJ Prospect? Thanks for tuning in again. And man,
put him up on the little thingamajig. Adlai, that always looks
bring
cool.
it back. Bring it back.
No, there you go. Yeah.
DJ Prospect checking in. Nice.
Doesn't that look cool when you do that? That little thingamajig right there?
I love it.
That looks legit.
Mario checking in.
Look at Mario.
Hey,
what's up, Mario?
Tucson, the 520 representing. Nice. Look at that. Very cool.
Is he in Tucson?
Yeah, Mario. Yeah, Mario. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Probably listened to the Chino brother.
Yeah, he was. We got the gig where it was the Famous Sam's. Remember the restaurants? And it was like kind of like a sports bar type place. And there was like 10 or 12 of them. Mario, is this right? When we'd go around to all the different ones and then do karaoke contest. Then we had one grand prize winner. I think that's what it was. Cause I remember Mario, we did a karaoke that.
Wait, you and Mario did karaoke gigs?
Yeah, well, it was through the station. And this is, if I learned anything from Mike, it was this. Take the gig.
Nah, put Mario's. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I'm seeing the. I'm seeing him before you are.
Oh, okay. True story. Okay. Yeah. So, and you know, karaoke. Dude, we were at a hip hop station. How cool is karaoke for hip hop?
Karaoke is the adult diapers of DJ. It's the adult diapers of DJ. It's like, dog, they're about to pull my AARP card. I got to get 2 more gigs or else, you know what I'm going to be? Look at this t-shirt, homeboy. What's my motherfucking name, son?
DJ.
What's my name? I always got the L t-shirt, son. Don't get it twisted. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm not dripping. That's what the kids say nowadays, dripping. They don't say flossing no more.
That is nice drip, for real. But yeah, we do these at Famous Sam's, and I remember it was Mario again. It was every Wednesday. It was a 3-month run, and at the end, you had all your finalists come up, and you pick a winner out of that. And I don't know, they won like free food and a couple $100 or whatever. But I was doing Wednesdays, and it was fun. It was cheesy, but it was fun, and it was
this
a paid
is breaking
gig.
the crap out of my heart, bro. I would rather talk about the most famous. Who's the most famous person you met than ever know? You did karaoke DJing, bro. Oh my gosh! Did you wear a wig?
We did a Piano Man duet.
Oh no, goodness!
Wow.
Did you guys really?
Yeah, I guess that.
Right, hold on.
I don't remember that.
We're missing shout outs. So Brando showed up. He said, "What's up?"
Brandon.
What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, homeboy. Me and Adlai are reminiscing on his geriatric karaoke days. Apparently, him and Mario used to go to the old folks' home and do bingo before. Mario, this is no slide on you, man. I'm just being a wise apple.
It was pretty funny. However, Mario,
I'm being a wise apple.
There was cougars in the house. There was definitely cougars, and it was a paid gig. And I'm pretty sure we ate for free, and we were done by 10, so we could hit the club after. 10's pretty late for me. 10's pretty late for me. But,
I'm teasing. Listen, that Piano Man duet sounds dope, dude. Hold on a sec. So you guys were working at a hip hop station and doing karaoke?
Yeah, this was Hot 98.3. This was a
Hot 98.3.
Yes, dude, and this is when Clear Channel came in.
Oh my
so
God.
It made things a little more corporate, a little, and then the crazy part is corporate. But corny. KRQ, the top 40 station, corny too. But the top 40 station was doing it. They had that adult contemporary, The Mountain. But all the hosts were all like, "This is dumb. I'm not doing this." And I was like, "Cut the check, homie. Come on, Mario. Let's go. We're hosting karaoke and we getting down."
That's what I'm talking about.
Mario said it best. Easy
That's
money.
Mario, I'm down, bro. I'm down. Now listen, Mario, now back home where I'm from in West Covina and in Tucson, we would call you Mario or Mario. But now I live on the East Coast. So I have to pronounce your name like the Great 66, my friend. And if you're wondering who the Great 66 is, it's Mario Lemieux. Comes from the Great White North, one of the greatest sportsmen that ever was, and the greatest man for hockey in the sport. Unfortunately, the Penguins didn't go far in the cup race this year, but I'll say this much. Mario, I know that's how you pronounce your name, but out of respect to the city of Pittsburgh, I will call you Mario. I hope that's appropriate. Man, that's a great story though about this karaoke.
And we're getting off topic. We're already 8 minutes off topic, but now, Mike, you remember our karaoke story at the bowling alley in Tucson, and you're like, "Come on, let's do it." And I was like, "I ain't do it."
I do not.
You don't remember that? I don't remember if it was Camp Radio or Hot 93. I don't know where we were at in this career, but you're like, "Come on, Adlai. There's chicks here." A little bit older, and then we're like, "Let's do a song," and I'm all like, "I don't know, dude. This is karaoke. I don't know, man. Let me rock some turntables." There was no turntables, just karaoke. So you're like, "I'm gonna sign us up," and I was like, "All right, Chino Brothers for life. Let's do this."
All right, and Adlai's about to make up a lie in 3.
This is this is totally true, and this is true.
And then I told you we should lay naked in a Mercedes or something. You keep going with this weird story.
That's true. That's another true story. But so Mike signs us up. He's like, "Come on, we're going on stage." I'm all right. Give me the other mic. I'll take mic 2, whatever. So we get up there. I'm like, "What song are you doing?" I'm thinking maybe we'll do like "Baby Got Back."
Dude, if you say it's Raining Men, I'm gonna be like, "When did this happen?"
Maybe we're gonna do Young MC, Bust a Move, or Ice Cube. We'd be clubbing. But you picked Bon Jovi, "Living on a Prayer."
Oh, that song's the jam at a karaoke bump, bro. What's wrong with you? Of course.
Well, that's exactly what you said then, because I was like, "Dude, I have no idea what song this is." and he's and Mike was obviously rocking out to it. Whoa, living on a hair.
No, dude, but you jumped in, like you caught up with it. Like you had really good, yeah, man. You had really good, like it was like we were what are those people that aren't funny but they think they are, and they did that show with Wayne Brady. what are those? What's my line or whatever it is? What's that called?
Oh yeah. Whose line is it?
Yeah. What's that comedy form that they do?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's up?
Improv.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like we were it was like we were an improv duo that night, and you like were improvising knowing the Bon Jovi song.
See,
Let me tell you something about John Bon Jovi, okay? I've never been afraid or ashamed to have listened to John Bon Jovi. When I was in high school, I was a freshman in high school. I went to Edgewood High School in West Covina. And I was like, I'm going to take choir because it's an easy A and there'll be girls there. So I take choir, and my choir director introduced me to the Beatles. You guys should karaoke now. That would be great.
Oh, boy.
All right, here we go. You ready? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you, but I couldn't fight it. I guess I was weak and couldn't even hide it. All right, back to what I'm saying. That was Sewn by Four if you didn't know, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you didn't know. I know Mario knows that song.
Shout out to Malix.
Yeah. Anyways, hold on a sec, man. We got all kinds of what's up we're missing here, homeboy.
Oh, wait. DJ Frat, that's okay for prime time. I remember that's another story.
No, man, under Yerm. So you got Albert.
Where are we at? Albert's laughing.
No, keep going up. You guys should do karaoke. Okay, we did that. Isaiah, his song is so.
There's one song is so played out. You're talking about Which Bon Jovi. I think he's talking about Bon Jovi. Isaiah is an old school cat too. He likes that Beatles stuff too. So
here's the thing. So like I listened to that music and I was like, man, this is good music. And that was the first time I listened to rock and roll because I listened to hip hop from the time I was a baby. You know what I mean? And so now, like, I'm listening to rock and roll, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these dudes, and like Orange County people listen to like K-Rock and rock and roll, but that's where the good-looking girls were. Like, the police didn't bother you that bad there. You didn't see any cholos. So I was like, I'm gonna start listening to this music, man. And then I started driving down to Huntington Beach, bro. When I turned 18 years old, I drove. Man, we are so far off topic.
That's right.
I drove down to Huntington Beach every night when I got off the pizza shop.
Yeah,
because I was just like, dude, and there was a
Main Street.
Shop. Yeah, no, but there was a coffee shop on 6th. It was called the Java Jungle, right up from Wimpy's. And I used to go there, and there was a guy called Scotty. He ran the place, and I used to go there and play poker on Thursday nights. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Scotty would shut the place down, and there was this cat called Jinx. He owned the electric chair. Do you remember the electric chair on Main Street?
Jinx?
No,
not Little Jinx from Tucson.
Do you remember the electric chair?
Yeah.
He owned the electric chair and he owned the bar up the road. It was called
Taxis.
Yeah.
It was like about this wide.
Did you know Jinx?
I didn't.
Did you ever meet Jinx? Oh my gosh. Hold on, listen to this story. Sorry. I used to play poker with Jinx. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Adlai. Because I'm excited. Train of thought.
Go ahead.
I used to play poker with Jinx on Thursday night at the Java Jungle in Huntington Beach. Here's a crazy story. He owned the bar, he owned the electric chair, and then he also owned that newsstand. And I said, Jinx, man, how did you get so successful? And he looked at me and said, don't worry about it, Mike. One of these days you're gonna have the opportunity, and you're either gonna take it or you're not. So if you take it, you'll be fine. And if you don't, it's not that big a deal. I always remembered that about Jinx. And when I started the shop, I thought about that, what Jinx said. Dude, and I used to always think to myself, man, your name is Jinx and you want to play poker? That's probably a bad idea, friend. And he always lost, but he didn't care. He was like our age now, but it was like 1991.
Yeah, because Taxis was that tiny. It was kind of a punk rock bar. I don't think it's open, but it was like 5 feet wide. It was super narrow, wasn't very big. It was between like a boutique and a whatever shop. And
hey, check this out. Bryant's calling me. Hey, Bryant, what's up, dude?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm on the podcast right now. So are you.
Okay, cool.
Say hi to everybody.
Hey, everyone. What's going on?
All right, I'm going to let you go, though, brother.
Yeah, no worries. I'll talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
Hey, just look on Facebook for 5 minutes.
Facebook, YouTube, all of it.
Whatever I was going to tell you, I'll probably say on here.
Sounds good.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
Well, that was part of our script, so that worked out good.
Well, that's part of our live call-in. Like, we wanted you guys to call in as an audience, but you decided to just put these silly messages up that Adlai keeps missing. All right, man, we are so far off topic. But yeah, so I play poker with Jinx, and he told me that, dude. And when he told me that, and dude, when I opened my shops, I was like, Jinx was right. He was a genius. Like, dude, but Jinx was like, he was like what you would think he would be. You know what I mean? He was an old white hippie, but like cool as silk, bro. He drove this really cool Jeep and had like 7 really attractive women always like trying to hang out with him. And he'd rather just play poker with us. It was so crazy.
That's
dude.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think the electric chair is still open.
You knew the guy from Ozomatli, so I mean, you know, 1 for 1.
That's true. That's true. And electric chair is where I got my piercing. Another story, another episode. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get on that one in this episode.
He's not telling you where the piercing is, folks. But anyways, yeah. So what we're supposed to be talking about right now is is our topics. So I think we have we had topics that we posted with the thing. So if anybody saw our post, can you please put them in the chat? Here we go. For reals though. All right. So we have 10 people watching right now, which is dope because I feel like that's the most people we've ever had watching.
Double digits.
Yeah. And Adlai, I got to say the set looks beautiful. Your set looks beautiful. Your sound sounds beautiful. Your lighting is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, what a producer.
Was I glitching?
Don't pretend.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Don't pretend.
Michael getting like, dude. But this is one of our topics. We threw this out there. Lizzo in her crochet bikini top, and we just got to show it off. My opinion is this: if you got it, flaunt it. You know what I mean?
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah,
right,
whatever.
So here's the thing. The lady that used to be on The Biggest Loser. Do you remember her name? What was her name?
I remember the show.
Yeah, but I can't remember her name. But anyways, she had gotten some flack because she had written something on Twitter about Lizzo. Like she was like, "Hey, Jillian Michaels."
Yes.
Jillian Michaels had tweeted about Lizzo and how unhealthy she was and how she was a bad role model because she was unhealthy. Okay, Yerm. Come on, Yerm. It's a family show. Family show.
She's famous though. I get it.
Now, well, and no, Yerm likes and Yerm. This is no joke. Yerm does like the larger ladies. Like you know when people say larger ladies need love too. That's never been a slogan when Yerm's around because he's scooping them. And I'm not lying, bro. I'm not lying. People get mad at me when I talk about Yerm being a player for them Himalayas because Yerm's pushing weight as well. You know what I mean?
Go on, man.
He likes to eat.
Yeah.
All right. But my man Yerm, he scoops up. Now, he's been with this current girl for a while, so I'm not trying to tell tales out of school, and I don't want to embarrass the man. But he scoops up probably once every 3 months, like a normal man, like a handsome man. You know what I mean? And people get mad because they say he's a big man. He's not so supposed to scoop like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not. Why would I be lying? You know what I mean? Like, why would I be lying about Yerm? Yerm's the guy in the pinkish shirt. Like, there ain't no reason for me to lie about Yerm. But people get angry. People get angry. And they get angry with me. Now, here's the thing. Are they angry because they think that's unhealthy? Or are they angry because they worked so hard? Oh, they worked out so hard. Oh, they ate no carbs. Oh, and now they're chiseled. Look at me. And the world's like, you know what? Chubby kind of looks good. You know what I mean? Dad bods are in for the ladies. Fellas understand what's cracking. You know what I mean? The biggie, can't you see? Like, you can't hate. It is what it is.
You can't hate. And you're going to like what you're going to like. I mean, that's at the end of the day, either you're attracted to it or you're not. I say, do you. Lizzo, good for you. I mean, show it off. And, you know, there's no reason to hide it. And Mike, you remember even back in, DJing at the club, whether it was Twilights, whether it was Cucarachas, whether it was The Rock, it was good getting the girls out there to dance because we wanted a packed dance floor. That's what we wanted. And hey, whatever fills the dance floor was good for us because we love to see people having a good time dancing and partying at the club. That's for sure.
I'm just gonna hold this all night. Listen, hold on a sec. My Chino brother thing got messed up.
So if you we can even Yerm is saying thick is life. Hey, that's healthy, right?
It's not just healthy. Adlai, here's the thing. There ain't no reason to hate. Okay, I'm done messing with this Chino brother thing. All right, listen to me. Are you mad because the girl's big, or are you mad because you think she's unhealthy? That's the question I'm asking. Now, you want to know why I'm mad? I'll be completely honest with you. I came up with this idea in the 90s. I did. So back when Biggie was bumping off, right? And he was like pulling all these hot girls in the videos, and he's driving the Ferrari and he's floating in the boat and all that stuff. And it's like, oh man, Biggie looks dope. And it's like, yeah, and all these hot girls are around him, right? And I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to get a big girl and put a bunch of hot dudes around her. That's what I want to do. Put a bunch of handsome dudes around a big girl and have her just like walking around like, yeah, all these dudes want me. Because think about it, man. What kind of girl would want Biggie in real life if he didn't have money? Go ahead. Would have been the models, would have been Faith Evans.
Without money, yeah, it's tough to say that. But you know what? If it's true love, good for you. But yeah, I think there's some truth to that too, right? The term gold digger comes to mind.
Exactly. So what's wrong with guys gold digging on the women? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why not?
You thought of crochet
bikinis. That is a crocheted bikini top. That is. And
dude, I'll say this. Thanks for carrying the show while I was putting that up, because that really bugged me out. I really wanted that back up. Thank you so much for carrying the show while I did that.
But you know the big girls.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, the great Adlai Wilson, #1 performer, and I promise you this: he could tap dance with the best of them. All right, big girls, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted twice.
But you think about it. I mean, I'm a guy. I like to eat. You know they're gonna eat. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, they're gonna feed you, and I think that's a great thing. I think that's awesome, and that's okay. But you do think about the health part of it to get serious for 1 second.
Part of it, really?
I mean, you don't want people. You know that's unhealthy. You know,
is it?
That diabetes is real. You know what I mean? So
well, I guess. All right. Here's my thing: is it a choice, or is it like this is body shaming and all that stuff? Because for me, it's all right. If you're making fun of me and Adlai because we're half Asian, guess what? We can't do anything about it. And most likely, if we could, we wouldn't. Right. All right. But Adlai does need to lose a couple pounds, man. He admitted it. You know what I mean? And I can lose a couple pounds. The problem is that Adlai went from skinny to bigger, and I went from bigger to skinnier. So it makes me look skinnier. Now, that being said, am I body shaming Adlai? I hope I'm not, Am I body shaming or what?
I can do that all by myself. Even my son said, "Dad, put a shirt on."
I don't know. Okay, I'll say this. So probably about the past 8 months, I've been really like tightening up, bro. Like I dropped 40 pounds. I don't know if I told you this, but I do the insanity beginning every morning on a really expensive German trampoline. Then I do 100 push-ups before the day is done every day. Okay. So I'm starting to look like high school football Mike. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm talking to my wife about it, and I was like, well, I'm already married. I don't really need to get that much more shredded, do I? And Cheryl looked at me, she goes, don't you like it when I get in better shape? And I was like, okay, good point. My point is saying is, man, it's nice to be with someone who's fit. I know that sounds mean, but dude, I'm telling you, you're a single guy. Are you looking for somebody fit? I don't know. I feel like you would be, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's motivation for me to get fit. Things are opening back up. Las Vegas 100% open. You don't want to be the guy at the pool that's like, "Ooh, that guy, go back in your room." You know what I mean? You don't want to be that guy. So,
listen, I'll say this. So, if you're married to a lady and, she fills out because she's a mom and she doesn't have time to go to the gym, then you can't be frustrated by that. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
Because it's a mother's job is very, very, very difficult. However, I've known husbands who felt that way about their wives, right? Like, hey man, I don't look as good as I did a year, however many years ago when I met this lady. So doesn't mind that, she's filled out a little bit. She just looks like a mom. And then their wives started losing weight to make them more attractive for their husband. And then their husbands are like, man, this is even doper. This is the bomb. I won't rat anybody out who that belongs to. What's your saying?
Let that belly hang out, bro. I was letting it all hang out at the water park a few weeks ago, Adlai.
Oh man.
Oh,
dog,
hey, I didn't put a shirt on. I didn't put my shirt back on. My son's like, Dad, can you please put a shirt on? And I was like, nope. Brandon said, we're in shape. Round is a shape.
Brandon says that all the time.
Round is a shape.
That's his go-to joke at the shop. But for those of you who don't know, Brandon, who just posted up there, he is running the vape shop over in Kennedy. So if you have any complaints on Google for Westview, please put them in Kennedy's Google, so that way they get the bad review and we get the good review. Don't give us the bad. Just kidding, Brandon. Yes, kidding. Yes, Brandon. Brandon's hustling hard, bro. Brandon brought that shop from nothing to a monster. Like, that shop is a monster.
That's dope. Oh, that's really cool. Hey, you know what else we needed to talk about? As you can see, I pulled Lizzo off the screen. We doing college parties.
I do want to talk about that, but bro, I want to finish this up. Is it pretty or is it ugly? Come on. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I have the body of a god. It's Buddha still. These guys are like Googling fat jokes right now. Like, what would be funny? Is it pretty or is it ugly? What do you think?
Yes, it's attractive. I would say that's a tough one though. Everybody has a taste though. Everybody has something they like. Everybody has a preference, but
that's not for me. That's not for me. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. But here's the thing. You can change that. And it looks good when you change that. Like, bro, you start doing them 100 push-ups a day. Bro, after like a month and a half, I was like, who the crap's muscles do these belong to? Like, I'm serious. I'm like, am I one of the Avengers? Like, what's going on around here? Okay. But like, or I could just be like this, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying like having a dad bod is bad, because I still have a dad bod, but it is what it is. But man, dude, I went to the doctor and the doctor told me I was obese. He's like, you're morbidly obese. I was like, are you kidding me? I just lost 40 pounds. He's like, you need to be 165 pounds. I was like, bro, I'm not going to get there. It's like, well, dude, when we were starving at 2:30, I wasn't there. But that's neither here nor there. My point is go ahead. You personally, I'm not single. So look, I got an excuse. I don't know, bro. I don't find it attractive. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, America. Get shredded with me. Or at least try. Because that doesn't look like she's trying even, bro.
Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe there's thyroid issues, right? There's metabolism.
See, bro, you're giving that to a lot of people. There's a lot. That comment has been up there way too long. This is a family show, man. Oh, bro, like that comment, like that like, oh, thyroid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, explain to me how this just started happening. Because if you look at a picture in like 1975, everybody was shredded. Everybody, like, you look at Bruce Lee, it's like, yeah, that's what everybody looks like. If Bruce Lee was around today, he would be a male model. It'd be like, man, look at his body. He's not a fat boy. Look at, you know what I mean?
Gluten. The gluten allergies, got to have it gluten-free. I mean, there's all these new things now, and it's like, I don't remember this stuff growing up. And
that body right there from that lady right there is from processed foods, bro. That's from eating at McDonald's. That's from eating like
just unhealthy
processed foods. I'm being honest with you. Because you can eat a lot of everything. Like the carb argument, dude, I eat rice all the time. And it's good. It's delicious with fatty steak, and it's delicious. But guess what? It ain't processed. That's a body of processed foods. And I'm not like, God bless America. I'm not being mean. I don't want to sound like Sketch back in 1990, whatever, when I offended every large woman that came to the club by saying mean things on the radio. I'm not like that. But you can do something about it. I think that's where I have a hard time with it. And with that being said, though, I don't think Lizzo's offensive. I think Lizzo's funny.
Agreed.
So I'm not offended by Lizzo or any of the big girls. I just don't find them attractive. I think it's hilarious that people pretend they find him attractive, and I don't think people are telling the truth that say they do.
Interesting. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's what I'll say.
You're not gonna touch it. You're not gonna touch it. Yeah, you still got a job.
Do you remember at the Rock? Well, it starts with Circle K, and there was the girl, the tall, large girl that we're like, hey, we're gonna post up our van out here. Is that cool? And she's like, yeah, whatever, So she let us, but then she started bringing us food to the Rock.
Yeah.
And she just, we were upstairs, so she just have her Circle K bag with and they were those hamburger roll dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
Just all the stuff. And she just have the bag I brought you guys food.
She brought you food.
Well, I ate it. Yeah, I'm sure you ate some. Did you eat some?
I don't think she was bringing it for me. I think she was specifically
but
bringing
I remember
it for
she'd be like, yeah, I brought you food. And I'd be like, all right, I ate it. And then she never came upstairs though. Did she?
No. You're talking about in the birdcage? No.
Yeah.
Very few people were allowed in the birdcage, son.
So I went down.
Joey.
Yeah, I got my food and bounced.
The intern guy. Yeah, that was a reach down through this trap door, brother. That was not a. All right, hold on a sec. Come on, bro. Are you not touching it for like political correctness reasons because you have a job at what's the name of the radio station?
Groove.
90 what?
Groove 99. Groove 99.3.
Yeah, so you're still a corporate shell slave to the man, and you have to obey his rules. Is that why you're not touching this? I'm not mad.
Well, I mean, look, she's pretty. She's young. What was the thing we used to say? Would you hold hands
on the quad of the U of A?
Yeah, at the U of A mall. And that was kind of the thing. Well, would you?
No, we're not. And I'm not trying to be mean. I have nothing against Lizzo. I think Lizzo is hilarious. I think, dude, and she sings fantastic.
Great musician. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
songs.
Really refreshing in an era of depressed heroin singers that are yeah, everything sucks. She's awesome in that. I think it's hilarious that she wears a bathing suit at the GMAs and is just yeah, look at this. This isn't weird. And it's no, but it is weird. But it's awesome that it's weird because I like weird crap, bro. That's my whole thing. I dude. Me and Brandon went to a place called Uranus Fudge Factory when we were in Missouri, and they played up on that Uranus Fudge Factory thing, dude. They were like, "Hey, would you like some fresh fudge packed in Uranus?" What the fudge place? Yeah, and then do you guys have a bathroom? Yeah, you can always pee in Uranus. They had so many Uranus jokes. Brandon could have moved in there because Brandon has a third grade. He has a third grade sense of humor. He just was so excited about the and we have videos of it. I should send you a video so we can play it next time. But anyways, neither here nor there. I mean, it's part of comedy to me. It's not part of sexy. It's not I feel like the world keeps trying to change my mind, and I'm no, I still believe what I believe, and they're like, no, but now what you have to believe is, I'm no, I'm good. And I feel like it's white liberals that are doing it. And I'm really gonna try my darndest to never be political on this show. But I gotta be honest with you, man. I kind of don't need white liberals telling me how to feel as a minority. That kind of frustrates me.
Fair enough. Now, if you were big and out of shape, what would you go around in skimpy stuff like this? Shorts, no shirt? No.
Okay. I would dress like Urim. Urim dresses big appropriate. And Urim's a big dude. But here's the thing. I ain't mad at Urim. I know that Urim knows it's unhealthy. I know it's unhealthy. But I never look at Urim and I'm I don't like you because you're a big dude. I could care less because it's not me. You know what I mean? I can do what I want to do. And I have a lot of really big friends. So I have no problem with it. Lizzo in specific, though, I think is hilarious. Because, dude, come on. A girl that size dating someone that looks like, Tyrese in 1996. That's not supposed to happen. But at the same time, it's yeah, but Hugh Hefner wasn't supposed to be with a 23-year-old when he looked like a dried up bag of saladitos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That dude looked awful. Hugh Hefner looked like a bag of saladitos. And for those of you who aren't from the Southwest, don't know what Mexican stuff is, they're dried plums and they're dried with salt. And they look just they look like an elephant's testicles. Yeah,
dried up.
Chihuahua's testicles.
Very dried up.
Really dry.
Very dry.
And that's what Hugh Hefner looked like. But the girls look like models. Okay, obviously that's weird. In my mind, Lizzo being with a guy who looks like fill in the blank model is also weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's just as weird, but it's funny. I think things are funny. Now, people get mad at me, but it's usually, once again, and I don't want to keep going down this rabbit trail, but white liberals. They're the ones that are like, how dare you feel that way? And it's like, I don't know, man, but I don't really care what you have to say. No offense. Well, you know what? You know what you really need to know? It's like, whatever it is you're about to say, I'm not listening to, because I own my own business and it's a pirate ship. And you people have been trying to shut me down. It just makes me more popular. Because all the MAGA people shop here now. Good for me. But anyways.
Hey, now Lizzo dating a male model. I say good for her.
Yeah, it's
nothing
funny.
wrong with that. Go ahead, have fun, enjoy it. Why not? Yeah. Okay.
But see, like, I think there's a difference between Lizzo and then what's that British lady? You know what I'm talking about? She's real pretty and she sings real nice. What's her name? Man, she could sing too.
Tones and I. Is it Tones and I?
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. What's that girl's name?
Adele?
You're just Adele.
There's
like, so Adele.
But she's skinny now. She's really skinny now.
Yeah, but even if she wasn't skinny, she was very attractive and wasn't like trying to be like, she didn't wear a thong to the GMAs or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's
shame.
the thing that drives people mad about.
Should have rocked that. Should have rocked that T-bar.
That's the thing I think that makes people mad about Lizzo, is that they're like, how dare she wear these skimpy bikinis? It's like, why? What does it matter? Like, it ain't gonna hurt your feelings. That's unhealthy. It's like, is that really how you feel, or do you just find her unattractive and you're mad?
Ooh, what about this? Do you think corporate America's pushing this whole agenda too, thinking like, hey, you know
Absolutely.
what? We got 100%. McDonald's, we got Wendy's, we got all this stuff, and bigger is sexy.
Yes.
How do you get to sexy? Eat more of our processed food.
The double baconator stuffinator. Look.
So good.
And then you just make up all kinds of crap, right? Oh no, it's not your fault. Oh no. Hey Joe, it's not your fault. You couldn't help it. You have some sort of gluten something or other. And it's like, come on, man. Can we just stop eating baconators? I get it. Like, it's a pain in the butt to cook, but it's healthier.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean?
Or
do you have to have the triple baconator? Can you just get by with a single baconator? And then think about this. Yeah.
No, because the way they process it makes you want to eat more. That's why the processed food's so bad for you. I'm glad that we're having a health class right now on a comedy show. But that being said, like,
we're 37 minutes in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that being said, I'm telling you, like, that thing's not that, and I don't mean thing in like she's this person is not something that I personally find appealing or attractive because of the kind of bravado of it. You know what I mean? It's just not for me. I like a classier lady in general. And if it was a bigger lady, it'd be a bigger lady with class. And once again, I know Adele's the one I pointed to, but there's what's that comedian lady that's super funny that's in the awesome movies? What's that lady's name? And she's sisters with the real good looking lady. McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy. Yeah, like, she's hilarious, but she also carries herself with class. Like, there's just something about like a lady needs to carry herself with class in my mind, to be attractive. But and
I can honestly
like that type of thing.
I can honestly say that I would never shame anybody for looking how they look.
Mm-mm.
I would never put anybody down. I'd always be do you, but
now if somebody tells me they want to lose weight, if someone's like, dude, I got to lose weight, then I'm going to clown you. Like, I just clowned you a little while ago. You know what I mean? Like, I clowned you. Why? Well, because, it is what it is.
Yeah. Blame it on the quarantine.
Yeah, sure. Blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. I don't know. And it's a sticky subject, bro. Everybody wants to like go one direction or another. Here's what we have to go with. Look, there are health risks, and we need to recognize that. Okay. But at the same time, if you're offended because this chick's getting good looking dudes now, you need to get over it, because Hugh Hefner got scalding hot women and he looked awful. And if he didn't have Hugh Hefner money and all that, there ain't no way them ladies are going out with him. I don't give a crap what anybody says.
And he was married to a couple different ones.
Oh yeah,
married to him. Remember Art LeBeau, our former boss, was
yeah.
I don't know if he was married, but he had the Barbie twins.
Yeah, Art LeBeau, our former boss,
Yeah.
was ugly. I thought that's what you were gonna say.
But he had the beautiful Barbie twins as whatever. Obviously he wasn't married to both of them, but they were always with them and always hanging out. Wasn't that
always
him?
jocking him.
Wasn't it?
Jocking him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, dude, so Lizzo has some hottie boyfriend, whatever. I have no problem with that. I'm totally cool with that. I personally don't find her attractive, and that's not no offense to any of it. But realistically, I want to get down to our society's issue because society's like, no, that's beautiful. And it's like, dude, it's not beautiful. It might be beautiful to a segment of people, but it ain't beautiful to a lot of people. Just by genetics, dude. We by our own genetic code want to breed with a healthy person. That's why certain features on a woman are attractive. A woman's large carriage is attractive because that means she can birth more children faster. And genetically, that's what you're written in. That's what's written into you. So you can't change what we personally find attractive just by being like, no, you have to believe this now. And that's to be totally honest with you, that's kind of why I don't dig the media. Because I feel like the media is constantly being like, you have to believe this now. You have to believe this now. And I'm like, I think I'm good. I kind of stopped in 1998, and whatever I learned, that's what I kept. And the rest of it, I kind of don't believe you.
Yeah, and nowadays, dude, you throw in social media, who even knows what's real and what's fake anymore? You're going to see all these news things or whatever, this and that, and it's like, how do you verify it? I mean, back in the day, in the 90s, 2000s, you just kind of watched the news and believed it because it was your news source. Now, luckily, though, here's the pros of social media. Now you have the other sides coming in like, hey, this is the truth. This is this is that. At least you have an option to what the news is. Now, how do you verify it? Do you Google something to find out if it's true? I don't know. Who knows?
Well, then what's to say that Google's not lying to you?
Exactly.
So then you're going to get into DuckDuckGo. Yeah. You're going to go in the dark web and all these things. But I will say this. Here's the plus side of social media. Like, you and I get to have a radio show with a very small amount of investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today, bro. In my backpack every day is more technology than we had in all 3 studios we had at that radio station.
Yes.
When we were disc jockeys at Hot 98.3, what's in my backpack right now, what I'm doing right now on a wireless batteried product and a microphone and a light I bought at TJ Maxx is better than we had at that whole radio station. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. Couldn't sell it for 10 million though. But
that's the thing. But that's the thing about social media, though, right? It allows us to do these things.
Gives everybody access.
Exactly.
Definitely. Yes.
But the hard part is, I still don't think you're gonna trick me into thinking she's attractive. No offense. God bless you. God bless you, lady. I hope you make $1 trillion. Your music is bumping. However, no, I do not find you attractive. God bless you. God bless you.
All right. With that, we are moving on.
But dude, they put like skinny chicks in front of me and are like, isn't she hot? I'm like, no, dude. She looks like a bird. Like, it is what it is.
That's
just
funny.
Lizzo.
Yeah. Well, remember last time we talked about, girls would call and be like, I look like Mariah with J-Lo.
Yeah.
Well, Malix would say, oh yeah, some people say I look like Enrique Iglesias mixed with Big Pun.
That is exactly what he looks like. That's great. Man, that dude is super self-aware. God bless him. Dude, I am so glad you tap danced while I put that Chino brother thing back up, because it would have driven me nuts if it wasn't sitting there right now.
Looks good now. Looks good. Hey, so we've got like 15, 20 minutes. I mean, we got as long as we want, but we
give me
about
some good stuff here, dude. Come on, what are we talking about this week?
College parties. And I got to shout out the FDC crew. That was off of Fremont and Drockman in Tucson next to University of Arizona. And Mike, we talked about this. I started camp when I was there, so you had to come by that place. And that was where you learned the game Anchorman.
Yes.
And Anchorman, it's a beer drinking game in college, but for the 21 and over, obviously too, right? Let me just throw that out there. But it was a pitcher. You filled a pitcher of beer and you played quarters with it. You usually did teams, and it would get ugly because if you lost, you had to drink the pitcher of beer. And you think like, whatever, a pitcher of beer, that's no big deal. But after your 8th loss, dude, it would get bad. It would get horrible. And you couldn't pour out the pitcher. If you got caught pouring it out, yeah, you were banned. You just couldn't do it. And it's kind of a wussy move anyways. You can't do it. So,
nobody ever did it. Nobody ever
did it. You just sucked it up. You probably threw up in between. And I remember playing, Mike, you remember playing. We have to sit on the porch with the pitcher and finish it. And it would take a while sometimes. Again, after your 8th, 9th loss, it would just be like, whoa. So if you're 21 and over and want to challenge yourself, that's the scary game.
All right, let me teach these youngsters about these old school games. They don't know nothing about these games. So how this game worked was you had 3 people on your team. Smart team to put together is you got a ringer, a cat that can put it in place every time. Then you got an S-talker. You know what I'm saying? That cat that gets in everybody's head for no reason and starts doing shenanigans and makes everybody so angry that all they want to do is beat your team. Then you got to have a mid-grade, a cat that can make it, maybe 60% of his shots, 30% of his shots, 40% of his shots. If the guy's shooting 500, we're doing okay by him. Am I doing so far, explaining it so far? Adlai?
Yeah, and someone that could drink is always nice too.
Yeah, it's what you usually want in either your S-talker or your ringer or your middleman. All right. So our team was always Adlai, me, and Thomas. And I'll tell you how it went. Adlai was the trick shot. He could hit any shot. Thomas was our mid-grade, and he was a bigger guy, so he could drink, which only leaves one left position. Now, let me tell you something about the great Sketch and his S-talk when you're playing a game called Anchorman. So when the guys across from us would bang the quarter and it would start coming and it hit the cup and it almost would go in and it'd fall out, I picked the quarter up and put it to my ear and I go, "What was that, Mr. Washington?" "Oh, sorry, guys, he's not thirsty. We're good, man." And I put it back down. Just like that. Then it's our turn, right? Now we got to shoot. So I shoot and I miss, right? But I'm always last in rotation. So that's when they're going to think they're going to start firing back. "Aha, Sketch, you suck. Ha ha, you're never going to win an Anchorman, blah, 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 blah." But guess what? The guy next is Adlai, who's our trick shot. So Adlai is like, "How's it going? Hold on a sec. Put this on this quarter." Bing! Off the back, nothing but net. Now everybody's still trying to talk crap, right? But Adlai's the backstop to it, because as soon as they get to him, it's like, "Yeah, man, I insulted you. I insulted everything about your manhood, and we just clowned you with this cat." Now Thomas would make it, 50% of the time.
He came through though. He was clutch.
Yeah. And then if we got busted, Tom would drink the majority of the beer, and I would drink the swill, because I was like that gross. No one else wanted to drink the swill, so I would drink the swill, and then I'd catch the quarters in my mouth and spit them out one at a time.
Yes,
like that was part of the S-talking. No, because that's like if a boxer walks up and is like, whatever. I wanted him to know. You know what I mean? I was like, bink, 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 bink. "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
Yeah, that was a great game, Anchorman. We took that everywhere. And again, I got to shout out the FTC crew. They introduced me to that game. And, that's where I ended up. No, that's not true. That was the second place I had my turntables at. And even before that, did you know me when I lived on 6th Street across from campus? That might have been before. Okay.
I didn't.
Because that's where we'd have house parties. I got to shout out my old roommate, Brian. He lives in Atlanta now, but he's the one that's like, "Dude, you got to get your turntables." So drove back to Orange, rented a car, drove to Orange County, got my turntables, brought them back, and had house parties. And we'd have pay the rent parties. Be like, "Hey, man, we got rent money?" Everybody's like, "No." How are we gonna pay the rent? So we're like, "All
was
right."
that when you were living with Cece or no?
No, that was before. That was when I was living with Cheese. Remember Cheese?
Yeah.
I lived with Cheese for a while. Yeah. So us 3 lived together. Is me, Brian, and Cheese. And we'd be like, "Well, let's have a party." And then we make these awful cheesy flyers, which we also did in Too Strong. Remember those really bad ones? They're funny, entertaining, but dude,
they're horrible.
For a college party, this is that college house party. Dude, word got around quick, and we'd have a ton of people there. And we had the upstairs, but we had like a little basement. Do you remember basements in Tucson? It was basically a hole dug with steps going down to it, so you could fit maybe 5 people in there seated. We had this great idea. Hey, we'll do the keg upstairs in the backyard, and we'll have a bar downstairs. Oh, this will be great. So we had a looking back now, I'm like, how did girls come down there? I'm sure they came down, looked, and left. They're like, I'm not hanging out here. What's in those drinks? For good reason, right? So a bunch of dudes
for good reason.
I don't blame them. Let me get out of here. Yeah, I don't blame them for not hanging out. But so we're like, hey, we're a bunch of dudes. We're funny. Hey, we'll do drinks, and it'd be like vodka and Kool-Aid.
Oh, you were like trying to be mixologist,
like real drinks. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'd have tequila and Tampico. I mean,
no.
But we had, I'm sure we tried to make money at them, but we'd be like, hey, $2 a drink. Nobody ever paid, and we just give them away anyways. But we had drink names, and I just wanted some of the drink names we had was like the panty dropper.
Oh, that's awful.
Why girls didn't buy that, I don't know. But we thought we were hilarious,
awful.
Right?
Did
we thought we were hilarious.
Did Yerm name your drinks? Man, you left that Yerm thing up there for 20 minutes. Adult, if there's an adult
the category
for it on the porn sites, like you're a man.
Horrible.
Sorry.
But some of the other ones we had, there was a guy named Wooten. Yeah, I remember Wooten.
Yeah, I remember Wooten because I started calling Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And then oddly enough, we never listened to the Wu-Tang Clan, but go ahead.
We did, but didn't. It wasn't like
we watched the Kung Fu Wu-Tang movies more than we listened to the
That's true. Kung Fu Theater Wu-Tang. Yeah, that's where it came from. But we had another drink called Wooten's Hope.
Why was it called Wooten's Hope?
So it was hope for him with drinks. Maybe he'd make out with a chick. I'll say, I'm just saying. It was called.
Did you guys put rupees in these drinks? These are awful sounding names, dude.
They're horrible. They were so bad. Again,
we should probably stop these names. Let's figure something. Let's get to Alan Herman.
This is the last one. The tail lifter.
Oh my God, bro! Stop with these. Dude, what the F is wrong with you, man? You won't say Lizzo's unattractive, but you'll say all this non-politically correct stuff.
Again, it was just regular.
This is all Adlai Wilson, folks. Care of what's the radio station again? What is it? Groove 98.3. Groove what?
Groove 99.3. Again.
Groove 99.3. All right, hold on a sec.
It's just history. That's all it is.
Hold on a sec. Because I want to get to our next subject, which is our old station manager. But here's the thing. Like, I've been out of radio now for fudging 20 years. 20 years. What is it like to have been in radio for the last 20 years?
I'm going to say that it's changed a lot. It's changed. It's different.
Wait, hold on. You know what? I got a great question that people probably want to know. If you wanted to get into radio today, okay, so this is Adlai Wilson from Groove 90. What is it?
Groove 99.3.
Okay. This is Adlai Wilson from Groove 99.3 on the Chino Brothers. Adlai, if you were going to get into radio today, how would you break into the biz, as the kids say?
That's probably similar. But if you want to work at like a local mid-market, medium-sized market like a Bakersfield, you've got to be ready, have stuff ready for when a job opens up. Are there a lot of job openings? No, there's not. Is it a tough business to get into? Yes, that hasn't changed, but a lot of it too now is just the opportunities aren't as abundant as they were. I mean, you remember at back in the 90s when we worked for Art LeBeau, we had 3 stations in the building. There was someone on the air 24 hours a day. Now you don't have that. Now a lot of shows are syndicated. You got morning shows. I mean, like Big Boy, LA. He's in 50 markets. So there's 49 morning shows that no longer exist. So the window of opportunity is definitely getting smaller.
Dude, those morning shows probably sucked anyways, though. I'm not going to lie to you. You listen to them crappy shows in them tiny markets, you're like, bro, shut up.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you're like, this is kind of cheesy stuff. It's not really, but
somebody put Brian Seacrest on in this mother effer's place, man. Sorry, son. Time for you to go. Better hope Andrew Yang becomes president. I don't know. That's cold-hearted. I shouldn't say that. But
I mean, there's a reason, and you think about it. I mean, all the syndicated shows. They're all pretty decent. I mean, overall. But it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I think, Mike, when you talk about social media earlier, that might be the way to go if you want to make it. I mean, I had one opening for a part-time position, and you get 50, 60 people applying all the way from New Jersey, from Florida.
Gosh.
And they're just looking at it like, dude, this is a part-time job, minimum wage. You're not going to relocate. I'm sorry.
Bakersfield.
You're not going to. Yeah. So I guess the want to work in the business is still there. People do want to do it, and it's a great job. Let me tell you this: I love doing it. I love being around music. I love doing promotions. I love we're working on another concert coming up in September. We've done cool shows before. You get to go to cool shows.
What concert are you working on?
It'll be an old school show. We're still kind of working out the details and stuff too. So it's nothing.
You think we can get anybody to give a Chino Brothers shout out?
Probably. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Well,
I'll be back there.
Adlai could interview them for the Chino Brothers.
I'll find out. I'll find out. That's one of those things that possibly.
Find out. I would just be like, hey, listen, man, I might not say the word Chino Brothers when I'm interviewing. I might pretend like I'm doing it for the radio station. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. Adlai's boss, don't want to fire him. He's a good guy. Keep him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep this dude, man. This dude's a hard worker. You ain't gonna find no Asian people that work this hard. This man right here, when the Asians, they work so hard, it's all because Adlai was the first Asian. We're all trying to be like him.
Oh, geez.
That's how hard he works.
But
all
we know.
So it's super competitive now. And I didn't think about that because I was like, it was super competitive when we were kids. And it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. There was overnight shows. And that's where you break your teeth, too. So like,
oh, yeah. The weekend gig, the overnight gig. A lot of people starting out in promotions. So you're setting up the tent, you're setting up the PA for the DJ or whatever. That's kind of how you get your feet wet or get in the business. But it's the one thing that's kind of the same, I think, is a lot of people think like, okay, I put in a good 6 months here. Why am I not doing mornings? You got to let go of that attitude, I think. You just got to be like, dude, you got to be ready. I mean, I moved to Bakersfield for a job from Tucson for a radio gig. And I didn't know anybody when I came over here. I left a solid foundation. You know what I mean? I had connections, me and Mario doing karaoke once a week and having fun and getting paid. I let all that go because you know what? It's not. I gotta give it a shot because I still wanted to work in radio. Hold
on a sec. Because here's the thing, like we constantly talk about our past, and that's neat. I'm totally cool with it. But there is a personal present, and so like I don't want people being like, "Wow, those guys were sad." Then they had a glimpse of fame, and now they're sad again. It's like, no. We're now successful adults. So you left Tucson. Sorry, man. You left Tucson, and you ended up following Paco, and you worked for Cesar Chavez, right? Yeah,
the Campesina, which was the Cesar Chavez. It was under the UFW, the United Farm Workers. So because Paco, that's right. Paco was the PD over there, and I was like, hey, we got something out there. As a matter of fact,
so Pac went first, and then you were doing nothing, and you were like, hey, Pac, can you hook it up? And he was like, I got you. So you came down. But it was owned by the Farm Working Association?
United Farm Workers, yeah.
Whoa, that is so crazy. Explain.
So that was obviously primarily they had a Spanish station called Campesina, and they wanted to start this English station, and the idea was to reach youth through this because their background was like educate too, so they brought this on. Paco, I don't know if Paco started it, but he was there pretty much at the beginning, and it was kind of one of those things. I was working, I think I'd gotten to the point where it's like, we got you weekends and fill in. So I was like, okay, you know what? And you start planning in your head. You're like, okay, if this radio thing doesn't work out, I need a backup plan. What am I going to do? So I started doing some more school and everything, but this is how it started too. Even Paco, I was like, hey man, he's like, I got this club. You want to just kind of help promote it or whatever. I don't know how we got on that subject, but I was like, yeah, sure. I went out there and I was like, cause I was doing some promotion stuff in Tucson, and we started promoting this club, and it did okay. It never really did great, but it did pretty decent. And then I was coming out here every week. I want to say it was a Tuesday or Wednesday night. So we're doing it, and then I finally just said, it just came up. He's all, I need someone. I need a music director or whatever. I need an on-air guy. Come out.
Wait, so were you flying from Tucson to Bakersfield, like when you were doing those gigs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you were living in Tucson and you just kept flying out to Bakersfield.
I'd come back and forth, fly back and forth. A couple times I drove, it just kind of depended. But I mean, flights were like $60 round trip on Southwest. So it was pretty cheap.
Oh, wow,
thank goodness. Yeah,
that's
super
cool.
cheap. But it was tough. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, I don't know how long I'm going to do this. And then he just, it worked out where he's all come out and work out here. And I was like, okay, great. So left Hot 98.3 again.
Hold on, real quick. I wish my wife would bring me something cold to drink because I'm out of things I'm drinking. Man, that would be nice if my wife brought me something cold to drink. All right, now finish your story. Sorry.
Yeah, so it worked out really well. So it came out. Play 103.9 was the station, and it worked out great. I want to say I started doing mornings, I feel like, but it was just no, that's not true. No,
I can pick it up from here. You were doing, dude, you did part-time for a little bit, then you were doing drive, and then you were doing mornings. And you had your own morning show, and I was like, bro, why don't you produce it? And you're like, it's just like a drive show. I'm just gonna play music and talk every once in a while.
I did like news stories because it was a solo show too. I don't even think I had a mix person on. I think I just played music.
It was just you. Yeah.
And we had a consultant at the time, and I think he was the one that's kind of like, let's keep it music driven. Music driven.
Man,
yeah.
Those guys don't know what they're talking about. Why do people listen to those guys?
I don't know.
They never, ever, ever know what they're talking about.
I think eventually we ended up getting Big Boy in the morning too. I think that's what happened. Yeah.
Yes. So that is what happened.
But that was kind of like the turn of it. It's kind of like, okay, here's your budget for a morning show. You can have this one guy that's going to use prep services. That's going to do, I think we had like a crank call person, like that did phone taps, whatever. Gosh. So we piped that in, and they're funny, but whatever.
It's corny, man.
But it is, yeah. You think about it, it's just different. That's just how it's so different now. It's like you pipe that in, but here's the advantage of having these syndicated morning shows is they can focus on the morning show. They can focus on bits and put it all across the United States in the 40, 50 markets they're in and whatever. And the company's saving money because you're paying whatever, I don't know, $1,000 a month. You're doing barter, you're running commercials for that. So you're like, okay, we can get a pretty solid product. Our payroll's way down, and people are actually listening to it too. So we got replaced by a couple in Arizona. We got replaced by a morning show, and I thought it was very average. And it was almost it was
I
very
remember. It was
average.
like pork and beans or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they weren't clever. The problem with the morning house party is that it was clever and you're in a really bland market. Like if you're going to be clever, you have to be in a really hip market or a really big market. So if you're in LA, you can be experimental and like kind of funny and have a Frankie market, have midgets on the radio. You can do weird things like that. If you're in a hit market like a Pittsburgh or a Milwaukee, where it's like kind of like a like Pittsburgh's like that hidden little East Coast town that's like, yeah, bro, guess what? You ever seen Rocky? People didn't change from then till now in this town. We did not gentrify. Like Pittsburgh is that town. Okay, you could pull off those bits here. You could be funny, like an irreverent and stuff. But dude, a Tucson, like Albuquerque, they want to hear Ryan Seacrest. That's what they want to hear. It's like, it's not offensive.
People don't want to offend. I mean, advertisers will pull if they feel like your product is offensive. They will. They'll see. Dude, remember Rush Limbaugh was a big one. People are like, nope, I don't want to run commercials, my commercials of my product during Rush Limbaugh. I mean, there was things I remember seeing stuff like that or whatever. Pick your whatever.
That's. I'll say this: the one way I heard to get a young audience is to talk about Rush Limbaugh. The TikTok crowd's into Rush Limbaugh.
My gosh! Oh, okay, I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
All right, hey man, you got some dope vinyl behind you. What do we got there? What am I looking at back there?
This.
Yeah, what do we got?
Okay, this. Oh yeah, it comes off. Look at this. This is just, and I kind of just went through I went through them very quickly. I got a ton of records still, and this is actually Sir Mix-a-Lot, My Hoopty, which was
that was a nice
great track. And believe it or not, Mike drove a hoopty. I drove a hoopty back in the 90s. So it was like he was talking to us when he wrote this record.
Spoke to my soul.
Song. Yeah, this is great. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Now I could have put up Baby Got Back, but everybody had that.
Corny.
Everybody had that.
Corny.
Everybody had that. Yeah.
You're being corny now. Don't be corny.
Nothing original about that.
Yeah, no, come on. Don't be corny.
But yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot. This one, now, this was one of our favorites. And sometimes I'm goody.
Sometimes I'm naughty. Wait,
there you go. Mike remembers.
I'm goody. Sometimes
right now I'm naughty.
Right now I'm naughty. That's right.
I don't know if it was bad. No, that was a different song. But I saw Leah. And it made me think of that. That was one of our cool sayings too at the club was, right, I think I'm goody. Right now I'm naughty. Shout out to Aaliyah. Rest in peace again.
Goody. Right now I'm naughty. I would shout it out at the club. We'd be playing that song, and at that part I'd grab the mic and be like, right now I'm naughty, like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was one of the things too that we loved too.
Yeah, it didn't help with any females. They were like, oh, stay away from sketch. He's naughty. Again.
Nasty.
Oh my gosh. Annie isn't wearing deodorant.
There's my Tupac triple album. You want me to grab it? You want me to grab it real quick?
No, you're good. You're good. Leave it where it sits. Tupac. That looks dope.
And then that's TLC. No scrubs. Yeah, no scrubs. So that'd be on this side.
Classic. I appreciate
No scrubs. That. And you remember, we also had the vinyl for No Pigeons.
That's right.
Sporty Thieves.
Sporty Thieves, bro.
That was the rebuttal to No Scrubs. That's for the OG hip hop heads.
Y'all pigeons ain't getting nada.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't getting the Ramada.
Great song. Great. Didn't see a lot of radio play, but
that song was fantastic. Yes, my man's car there, but that ain't my car. Like that ain't your hair.
You remember all the lines? Oh, that's great.
That song was phenomenal. That's why I think I put it on the playlist at Tiny Box Vape Shop. So at Tiny Box, so at Tiny Box Vape Shop, the trick is you have to play something that bumps, that nobody's heard, but that sounds super ill, right? And you can get into, and people who haven't heard it, like, how have I never heard this song? And then you got to play something really, really popular. So that way people who are shopping feel like they're hip. But it works. The psychology of it works.
That's really cool. Yeah,
I gotta make a new playlist, man. It's I've been stressed with this Chino Brothers stuff. All right, come on, man. So you're at El Campesino, right? Was it the name of the radio station?
Campesina, Play 103.9. Yeah.
All right, Play 103.9. You're on the morning show. You guys did Pac at all feel like, hey, bro, we're about to get cut, so maybe you should start watching out?
No, we were all cool, man. Everything was legit. Everything was fine. Even this reminded me of working for Art LeBeau back at Hot 98.3 was my first remote. They're like, all right, well, here's the keys to storage to go pick up the van. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, yeah, the Marty's in the van, so you can go eat that. So you didn't have a promo team. So here I am setting up at some tire shop, like, where's the crew? And I was like, well, apparently it's just me.
How many banners did you have?
We had a tent, and it was, dude, you remember Clear Channel?
I remember
their promo game was on point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I remember going on a remote with you at this radio station. You guys had that van that had like all the speakers in it, right?
Yeah, it got robbed. It got broken into it. Radio stations, dude. You guys know, if you work in radio, you know the vans get hit all the time. That's why in our Groove van, the old school hip hop van, it's got stock speakers, man. Because it's just you put nice stuff, dude. It got so bad at Groove, they would steal the gas. We had to find a storage place. All the tweakers would come through. They'd siphon out the gas, and then it's like the old hood trick. You leave it on empty.
Where is this radio station located at? The set of Breaking Bad, dude? Like, what is going on here?
It's in the 08. My Bakersfield people know what that is. That's Oildale. But it's in the nice part of Oildale. It's in the working district, but businesses. And then
dog, I went to Oildale when I was coming to see your at that station at one time. I stopped at a dispensary there, and I was like, I'm not buying anything here. Adlai, do you know any place? And you're like, I don't do that stuff, you heathen. I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. Neither do I. I just thought I'd ask. I was tricking you to see if you were doing the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, Oildale is Tweakerville.
It's awful. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, they jack our gas and stuff too. But yeah, setting up for the remote, like, all right. And I'm like, okay, what do we got for prizes? Well, we got this buy one, get one free movie ticket. You're like, all right, let me see what I can work on here. Let me see what I can work.
Wait, hold on a sec. But
have you ever had to give away a coupon? No, there was no homies.
No, you didn't meet homies. Like you weren't like, oh, I got the crew though. So I've got my version of Ernie here. I've got my version of Sketch here. I got my version of Malix here.
I had my version of a promoter that you met, Oscar.
That was it.
Him. Well, no, I had homies. I mean, if I could shout him out right now, Drewski was our Filipino homie.
Mickey
he was
Rock,
on the air,
right?
Mickey Rock. Yeah. Shout out to Rockin' Wings. Mickey Rock. He was on. We still talk. I mean, I still talk to all these guys. P Fresh. Every once in a while, I talk to him, but he's a little dude that DJ'd and stuff. He had skills, and he's still floating around.
Was that the kid that you say you should start smoking cigarettes so your voice sounds more grown up?
Maybe. Yeah,
we went to the Nickel Arcade with them. Remember we went to the Nickel Arcade with them? When I came down to visit you, were like, bro, there's a Nickel Arcade. I'm like, word! And we hit up the Nickel Arcade. We're just playing video games. This kid's like, these two nerdy old people love these old whack video games. And we're like, yo, they got Galaga over here, son. I'm like, oh.
And even Isaiah saying, yeah, the vans at iHeart were terrible in Bakersfield. Now, the Spanish van, the Preciosa, that was the station there. That one was scary to drive. I remember that one too. Isaiah remembers that too, man. Sometimes the brakes would work. Sometimes they wouldn't, man. And you're just like, where's the e-brake?
Did you ever drive the KRQ ice cream truck?
No.
Oh my God, dude. That was the scariest thing to drive. And yeah, dude, it was so scary to drive, right? And like I was on the promotion team for like 10 seconds, right? So like those promotion guys at KRQ, they all like gave themselves DJ names and like stuck by them. It's like, I'm Richie Rich. And it's like, your Richie doesn't have a show, brother. You don't need a name. Don't worry. Your name is Richard Hendricks until you get a show. And like all of them hated me, dude. All the promo guys hated me. I'm like,
did you come from Hot?
Yeah, I came from Hot. Yeah, this was after Hot. It was awful. Mark Medina was always in a bad mood. But anyways, and then what was the dude? Richard, he was dating the stripper, or he was married to the stripper. And he always wanted to work at Hot. He's the one that got me the job there. Yeah, he worked
Donovan?
at Rich Donovan. That was Rich Donovan. Yeah. He got me my job there, dude. But like it was awkward, dude, because Rich Donovan was weird. Like he invited me to a party in his crib with strippers. I'm like, bro, this is weird. And he had like a bunch of Star Wars crap at his house. So I was like, dude, strippers and Star Wars crap kind of doesn't mix. This is weird, man.
That's
like
that's it strange.
Yeah, but like anyways, and then I got over there and he showed me his setup. I'm like, man, that's your production setup? And he was like, yeah, don't you want one like this? And I was like, absolutely. He's like, well, you're not getting it. You're not getting mine. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, do you think I'm a better producer than you? Because clearly if you do, you have not heard my commercials.
Yeah, but what were we working with? A shortcut 360 and Gold Wave?
Dude, do you remember that one time you did that bit? And you didn't feel like finding the beep CD? Like I was trying to explain this to Cheryl the other day, how every sound effect was on a CD and you had to find the CD and then play the CD when you're making your bit. And you didn't want to find the beeps. No, you didn't want to find the beep CD. You're like, I'm not looking for it. I was like, bro, you got to put a beep there. And you're like, okay, fine. And so you cut it. So we went, I don't give a hee-haw, like that. And you did that with your voice instead of finding the beep. I was like, man, this dude is lazy. You don't want to find the beep.
Hey, it worked. Didn't work.
It's the second CD. The first one is A. The second one is B. It starts with a B.
B for beep.
Get your dang CD.
Yeah.
Yeah. But neither here nor there. Like that's the thing with Rich Donovan. I'm like, bro, what makes you think I'm gonna produce as good as you? Like I don't even know what your tools are. I've never even seen these tools before. Like it looked like the Millennium Falcon in his studio, and he had a glass studio. I'm like, oh my gosh.
In his house.
No, man, at the station.
Oh,
he had his own studio at the station.
Oh my
like that was his. He was the only one that was allowed to work there. I know this must be super boring for people, but at our radio station, we had 3 radio stations sharing 2 studios. that's
You had
that's
to
what the
fight
whack
for a
was.
spot. You had to wait. You had to sit there. Because I mean,
Or you had
dude,
to trick them.
the commercials were busy. I mean, we had orders. You had orders coming in all the time for spots. Yeah, so it was like, oh my gosh, it'd be brutal. You'd have to do it like I think even Melissa would have to do them like kind of in between her talk breaks because she'd have to load stuff up.
Melissa would do it.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah,
she was that kind of grinder where you and I would be like, I want to go outside and smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, let's get.
Dang it, Tio's in the studio.
Let's get tacos. Let's do something. Let's go. Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah, I remember that too. But
yeah, anyway, so Alan Herman was our manager. We're supposed to be talking about him. Let me tell you about this dude. He was a weirdo. He had these contests that he wanted us to be involved in. But that's not what I want to talk about with this cat. I want to talk about the Halloween party. Do you remember the Halloween party?
Yes.
Do you remember the Halloween party at the Metro?
Yes.
Okay, so check this out, you guys. So, we had like it was so hard to get celebrities to call in at the radio station, and so the quarterback of the Wildcats at the time. Do you remember his name? He did the flip in the end zone.
No,
but anyways,
I can't remember.
Yeah, so we interviewed him, and I was like, "Hey, bro, anytime you need to come through a Hot 98.3 club, don't worry about it. I got you." But our clubs were so ratchet. I knew he wasn't coming to our clubs.
Right.
But our Halloween nights were always off the chain. So he wanted to come to the Halloween night, and he brought a crew. And Alan Herman did not want to let this man in. And I was like, bro, you got to let this dude in. You got to let this dude in. Yeah, like you have to let this dude in. I'm like, take it out of my pay then. And he was like, well, I'll let him in. He was all mad. Bro, like this poor guy, like he brought his crew, and now like he looks like a sucker. And it's like, nah, man, you can't do that. But anyways, the fun part was this. It was a Halloween party. Me and Adlai had never done one of these before. And at the Metro for Hot 93 Halloween, and I have no idea why, but it got like Burning Man. Like it was the bumper to bumper. You couldn't find your friends. Yeah, if you weren't there. And so I didn't know what the big deal is, and everybody was getting excited about it. Like, oh, Halloween's coming. Oh, Halloween's coming. And like all the DJs are buying costumes. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this? You going trick or treat with your kids? It's like, no, the Halloween party. So me and Adlai, we're still bums. Like we ain't got no Halloween spirit. So we didn't buy Halloween costumes. So
we didn't dress up.
It was time to go, but we had our baseball jerseys. And so Adlai's like, how about this? You wear my jersey, I'll wear your jersey. You just tell people you're Adlai, I'll tell people I'm Sketch. And so I was like, all right, man, sounds good to me. But then we got to the club and he's like, nah, man, I don't want people thinking I'm you here. Give me back my jersey.
Did I?
Like, I gave you your jersey back. But the best part of it was one member of our staff did dress up. Adlai, you want to tell them about this?
You think you see this person at the office all the time. This person is a professional. This person you would never imagine would dress up, but you're walking up and you're seeing, maybe in the distance, oh, look, we got a pretty girl working the door. She's going to be taking the money. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, not bad. That's cool. We must have hired somebody new. And we're, I'm thinking like, all right, time to spit a little game, see what's up. She works with us. And then get a little closer and you see the red little makeup rouge. And then you see that kind of scruff. Wait a sec. That girl looks a little rough, man. She's not shaved. She needs to shave down and up. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of being in Thailand, the motherland. What's going on around here?
The lady boys. Yeah. So you're getting closer and just like, oh my gosh, this is the dude that cuts our checks. This is the dude fully dressed up. I mean, from head to toe, makeup, hair, wig, dress,
fishnet stockings,
and high heels. And he was like, "What? Why aren't you guys dressed up?" And we're just like, "Why are you?" You're like, yeah, oh my gosh.
Then all the other DJs showed up with their costumes and then took them off and just put their baseball jerseys on. Like all the whole, because like all of us were there. Every jock that worked at that radio station was there, and we all had our baseball jerseys. Like Paco was like, I mean, it was crooked probably how he got it, but Paco was cool about lacing us up to be like, you guys are pimps. It's like, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, those jerseys were nice. And you had the hockey jersey too, remember? That was
and a
really
basketball
nice.
jersey.
You had a basketball jersey?
Yeah, I wish I had any of those jerseys. Yeah, dude, Pac used to spoil me, man. That's the thing about Pac. Like, Pac didn't know how to tell you he loved you besides buying you a candy bar and a big soda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but somehow you knew he loved you. Even though I'll talk head on Pac and like I get mad thinking about Pac, he loved us. You know what I mean? He wanted us to be good. He just was also like conflicted because he's like, man, these dudes are going to take off and go to great markets, and I got to be stuck here in Tucson. And it's like, like when Fred left, dude, it hurt Pac's feelings.
It was family. You know what I mean? Come on. We spent more time at the station than we did at home, whether we were on the clock or not.
Completely boring anybody watching left. So why don't we get to the news? I didn't think about that.
But yeah, we got to wrap it up too.
Yeah, let's get to the news.
Sometimes I forget we're doing a podcast. Sometimes I feel like we're just talking. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And, we got to, we're going to the news first, right?
That's dope. I'm telling you right now, if you're poofing the Delta 8, you'd really just think we were having a conversation. But where am I again? I thought I was at work. Oh, okay. That's Riff Delta 8 at Tiny Box Vape Shop. $42 a gram, guys. Great price. Better than dispensaries. All right, anyways, go on.
So this was interesting. So and this is off groove993.com. And J-Lo and A-Rod? Nope. J-Lo and Ben. And this is really strange because J-Lo broke up with A-Rod back in March, April, split up, started talking to Ben Affleck. And I didn't Vicky have a nickname for him? Ben Affleck?
Affleck or something. I can't remember.
Affleck. I think it was Ben Affleck. But they used to date back in the day, right? Ben and J-Lo. They never got married, but they were pretty serious, right? They were in that
video together. Remember? Was it I'm Real? They were in the video together.
Yeah.
It was one of them. I can't remember because she was like, and then they were like on a yacht, and he was like rubbing tan oil on her. All right, here's the thing. These people are old people. Like both these people got to be at least in their 50s. Bro, when you're in your 50s, you need to just be the old Puerto Rican lady chilling, dude. Don't be trying to be like, hey, guess what? Because you're just going to become a Puerto Rican Madonna. And Madonna's nerdy, bro. I'm sorry. I don't care. Like, she'll have a flash, and then we're done. And it's like, no, stop doing this to yourself. Like, somehow you two can keep playing for the rest of our lives, and they'll be fine. And, like, Jay-Z can, and he'll be fine. But with certain people, it's like, it's time to take a break. And I say that to Batman who effed up Batman. Like, bro, how do you F up Batman, dude? Like, that's the thing, bro. So let's think about this for a second, right? This cat is a has-been who effed up Batman. He's like, how can I get back in the limelight? Oh, this good-looking lady who's about to sign up for AARP. Let me go talk to her. Hey, did you get your AARP card? So did I. I'm not gonna lie, J-Lo is very attractive for the plastic surgery or whatever she's done to make herself look like that. I'll give it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I understand something. This is a nefarious person. She dated Puff Daddy while Puff Daddy was married.
Yes. Yeah, when you told me that she was married, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that." But yeah, I mean, Puff Daddy was married at the time. But yeah. And do you go back to an ex? When you broke up for a reason, don't you think? Why would you go back to an ex? I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
You're talking about this like these are normal people, bro. That's like you saying like, "Well, when I get back with my ex-wife." Well, if you getting back with your ex-wife would get you back on TMZ, maybe you would. You see where I'm going? Like,
interesting.
This is some calculated stuff. That's where we're going to start. We're going to continue with, she dated Puff Daddy when he was married. Like, wife at home, like, taking care of the kids. We're not separated. I still come home and sleep in the same bed with you. Dated that man while that was going on, while she knew that. That's not good.
Scandalous. Very scandalous.
How do we just like push that under the rug? Like, oh, that's not that big a deal. What if that was your husband? Would you like that? No, you wouldn't like that.
Yeah. And A-Rod, he was a player too. He was one of those dudes. Remember? Yeah, he would give out gift bags after the girls left. He'd be like, "Here, I got you a gift bag."
Yeah, but he wasn't married.
Taxi. Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's true.
Dude, being married? Come on, bro. Like, Puff Daddy would go home to his wife, kiss her. All right, bye, sweetheart. I'm going out on a date tonight with a woman who's a lot more attractive than you, and we're gonna make out in public, and I'm gonna write songs about her.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy too. And I don't know. I just couldn't see it. And now,
wait, how come there's no shame for her for that? For dating this man?
I don't know, because even you read all the articles, it's like, oh yeah, J-Lo really wants to take this one seriously to the next level with Ben. And you're kind of like, wait a sec, she had an opportunity to do that, but she just dumped A-Rod.
Is Ben Affleck like conducting an orchestra in that picture? What's going on? This is the weirdest picture. It's like J-Lo's going to a quinceañera in Burbank, and that a white person's throwing for their daughter, and Ben Affleck is conducting a symphony. What's going on in this picture? And it looks like a prom invitation. What's going on here?
They're going to an award show, and he's at an award show accepting an award. Copyright free. These are copyright free images.
Did you make that purple thing around it? Is that? Yeah. Oh no, that's from the radio station. What's the station?
Groove 99.3. Groove 99.3.
That's right, folks. See, so you
stream online too.
It's some clown and his has-been friend, but that's not how it goes. It's a very successful entrepreneur in Pittsburgh and his famous friend in Bakersfield. Look at this. A glass of cold water just magically appeared in my hand.
Nice. Very nice.
Look at the ice, bro. You're gonna be so jealous.
Service is top notch. I'm in Bakersfield, man. My ice been melted. Oh my goodness.
Brand new. Dude, it just arrived, man. Like a genie brought me a glass of water. Now look at, see, I got this special camera that zooms in on me. Look at that. How cool is that?
So nice.
Doesn't really work that way. I just pulled this trunk that I'm sitting in front of closer to me so I could get a little bit more support on my lumbar. When you're almost 50, those things are important to you.
Absolutely.
And J-Lo and Ben Affleck know that. They're acting like they're high school kids, dude. Come on. And you're talking about it like it's a real romance.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what the reports are saying. It
this
even
ain't
says
the Grazia Junior High.
According to sources, it says this isn't a fling. She's taking this relationship seriously.
Let me read this in layman's terms. This is exactly how it is. Two people who are about, wait, hold on. Let me get my mic farther away from me. I'm popping. Here we go. Two people, Jesus loves me. Two people who are about to flame out in Hollywood and be called has-beens in the next year because of the crappy decisions they've made in business are pretending they're in love so that we will talk about it. Fooled you. By the way, Ben Affleck is also about to be the conductor of the LA Symphony Orchestra. J-Lo's going to his first concert. You see her there with her grandfather, Jose Luis. There, I read the story for you, son. Son.
Oh my god.
Come on, dude. You know that's all BS, funny. Bro. They're not it's not real. It's phony. These guys are they're phonies.
Yeah.
Not only are they phonies, what you believe this is real? Come on.
Who knows, but I'll tell you what, we're talking about.
Dude, are you pretending like you think it's real to get my goat so I start going down some rabbit trail?
No, honestly, I think it's just whatever. I think it's funny, and I think when you talk about the P. Diddy thing, what happens when her and Ben break up? Does she go back to P. Diddy?
Well, his wife died.
Really?
Yeah, his wife died, dude. Could you imagine?
Oh wow!
If you cheated on your wife publicly and then she died, and then you had to have a funeral for her.
Yeah,
like man, her whole family would be like, "Yep, whatever you say is a lie." Is J-Lo here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
dude's gone through some pain. Tough. That's how come he can't produce records anymore, bro. That's how come he doesn't put out any good records. But I will say this: come on, man, be honest with yourself. You know this is phony, right? Come on.
Just an act. It's just an act for
Would
the
you
cameras.
Go out with J-Lo? Would Adlai Wilson go out with J-Lo?
I'd go out with Lizzo first.
Lizzo would be a lot more fun, dude.
Lizzo would be chill.
Lizzo would be a lot more fun. Bet she got some good ganga. Bet she got some good weed.
And I'd be like, hook me up with one of those crochets, but I want the dude booty short crochet. We can match. Make it tight though.
I'd have her make me a Borat, dude. I'd have her make me a Borat, son.
A crocheted.
Yeah. This is when we're wrestling for her love. Like we'll be like Popeye and Brutus, right? And she'll be olive oil, but a big olive oil, like a different. Like she'll be canola oil, bro. That's how big she is. It's like, hey, it's gonna get this. She is my girl, and then you come in and swoop up like Brutus. But instead of like Popeye, I just run away. I tricked another one into taking this big ugly chick off me. She's Elizabeth Taylor of her time. Who? Oh, you're talking about J-Lo? Yeah, I guess she's the Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
Like, but
Or
I
Lizzo.
think that Elizabeth Taylor's probably kind of crazy. Like, and I bet you J-Lo's a little crazy. But bro, you do seem to like them kind of crazy girls. So go for it. I can see you dating J-Lo. That's really mean, but I'm being honest with you. I don't believe this. I don't believe that J-Lo and Ben Affleck give a crap. I think that they're like, dude, my career is over. And their publicists are like, hey, man, I got some surefire. All right, here we go. All right, can we get the story cracking? If we can't, we got to put out one of them porno tapes. One of them, oops, somebody filmed us tapes. I mean, you make a face like that, but how did Kim Kardashian even get famous, bro?
Ray J.
She got famous from a porno tape. Like, it's so weird. That's the world we live in.
It's really strange. And Kanye married her. And he had kids with her.
Like, oh, this is my baby.
And he's crazy now. There's articles about her saying, like, I'm worried about Kanye because he's going off the deep end.
I wonder if she's so nuts, like she would just plant little nutty things in his nugget every once in a while. Like they'd just be like, having breakfast. Hey, how's this oatmeal taste to you? Man, this oatmeal tastes delicious. It does. And Joe Biden's a robot. Anyways, can I get some brown sugar? And like she would just give him little ones, right? Like all the time, right? But like she's so attractive to him that he can't hear them. You know how like when you first meet a girl, she's so attractive, you don't notice that she has a bag of human ears in her freezer. Then all of a sudden you're like, how'd I end up with this person? But like if you're a Kardashian looking, right? And like Kanye, he's all about that type of business. Okay, man. She's probably feeding him that crazy the whole time, baby. Just one little crazy nugget after another little crazy nugget, putting that little crazy sauce on it too. Here you go, baby. Yeah, I do love President Trump. I am the only black Trump supporter. Yeah, there you go. Keep it moving. Start a church.
And you're an Adidas guy. What'd you think of the Yeezys?
Not for measy. I'll tell you the story. Me and Sherilyn went down to Canada. There's a place in Canada you would adore. It's called the Pacific Mall. But you would only adore it for about 10 seconds, and you'd only adore it on YouTube. Because, like, when you see it, it looks like a dope version of the illest swap meet you've ever been to in Chinatown smashed together. So it's this giant mall that's swap meet, indoor swap meet style in Canada. But here's the rub. Most people don't speak English. It's like you're actually in Shenzhen. But you're not prepared for that because you're in Toronto, Canada. So now you can't find anything. It's getting weirder and weirder. Maybe I'll send you a video of that too.
I want to check that out too.
Anyway, so I'm going around. I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to find some bootleg sneakers. You got me? I want to buy some bootleg sneakers. You got me? No one will tell me, dude. They're all keeping their trap shut. Then finally somebody's like, look around the corner. You see the big green Adidas sign. We go around the corner, wall of shoes. See these ill Shellys. I'm like, oh, those Shellys are mine. And they're only like $32. I never seen these shell toes before in the United States. Then I see these sweet Adidas, man. I'm like, man, these are ill. So I see a black dude and an Asian dude talking to one another. So I assume they're American because in Canada, it's kind of segregated, man. Like it's weird how it's segregated. Yeah, it's not like Americans. People don't assimilate when they go to Canada. They just keep their original culture. And so it's like, this is our block of China in Canada. It's not like America where it's like, yeah, the Chino brothers, look at us. We're as American as apple pie. You know what I mean? Apple pie and sushi. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. So I see the brother and an Asian dude. I walk over and I'm like, hey man, can I ask you a quick question? And they're like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, are you American? And immediately I knew I was wrong because the black dude was like, no, eh? And I'm like, oh, you got the thickest Canadian accent I've ever heard on a black person before. But I haven't really been around a lot of black people in Canada. And I go to Canada very often because Sherilyn's half Canadian. Anyways, so I'm like, look, man, I got to ask you this question. Are these sneakers bootleg? And they look at them and they go, look, man, I'll be honest with you. If you can't tell, does it matter? And I was like, that's not a bad answer, right? And then his homie goes, the Asian guy goes, yeah, but I just was in China and I saw the factory that made those bootlegs. So, So anyways, put these sneakers on. I never seen them before, bro. They're phenomenal. On my feet, feeling like, oh man, word, this is how it goes. Go up to the dude. I'm like,
too, huh?
Yeah. So I'm like, here you go, man. Here's 100. But all I had was American money. He wouldn't take it. So I had to get it converted. So I'm like, all right, word. So I put my shoes on. Me and Sherilyn, we drive up to the conversion spot, right? So I'm telling this cat, right? There's this Middle Eastern cat, and he's changing the money. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, man, I was just at the sneaker shop. They wouldn't take my American money. They had these ill sneakers. And he was like, have you ever been to, oh man, I can't remember what it was called. I'm going to make up the name. He was like, have you ever been to the roast? And I'm like, oh, the roast. Sherilyn, if you're watching, type in the name I'm thinking of. Oh, you're probably watching on the TV, so you can't. I'll just say the roast. He's like, have you ever been to the roast? And I'm like, no. And he was like, oh, dude, they got ill sneakers at the roast. And I'm like, he didn't say ill. He was like, they have very nice sneakers at the roast. I'm like, look, man, I start describing all these like underground sneakers I saw at this sneaker shop I'm telling you about. He's like, yeah, they have them at the roast. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get in the car. I'm like, Sherilyn, we got to go to the roast. And she was like, are you sure you want to go to the roast? I'm like, I'm telling you, we got to go to the roast. And she was like, really? I'm like, the guy at the money changing place, he told me that's where the ill sneakers are. And that's where you find that kind of information, Adlai. You know what I'm saying? The money changer, like the churro guy, they always know the inside spot. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I'm like, come on, let's go. And I got and here's the thing, I got $140 for my hundo, or maybe I got $150 for my hundo. So I'm sitting with some fat Canadian money at this point. The exchange rate was dope.
Wow.
We're cruising, right? We're cruising. And then all of a sudden we start rolling up on a mall. I'm like, a mall? What are we doing here? We get in, I go to the front, I look at that thing on the mall, you know, that little map thingamajig, and I find it's like the roast. And I'm like, the roast? I can't find it. And it's like the Fisherman's Roast. I'm like, the Fisherman's Roast. I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of hip, you know what I mean? The electric chair, the Fisherman's Roast. I'm walking down, dude. There's an Adidas shop. I'm like, oh man, it ain't nothing gonna have nothing on the Fisherman's Roast. I get to the front door of this place, bro, and it looks like Kohl's.
What?
Yeah, man. There's some boo-boo yaya in there, dude. Like some skipper from from Gilligan's Island shoes in this mother effer. I mean, this is the wackiest ass I've ever seen. My wife's laughing at me. She's like, I thought we were going to the wrong spot. But by this point now, that Chinese swap meet is closed. So I got to go back.
Yeah, geez.
But dude, I went back and I picked up them sneakers, son. Like, the Pacific Mall in Markham, Ontario. You want to bug out, dude, go to Markham, Ontario. I'm telling you, it is the weirdest thing you've ever seen. They have a whole city, like it's Old Town, and it looks like it belongs in like, oh man, like New England, like somewhere in New England, just like little tucked away little town, and it's all owned by the Chinese. All the signs are written in Chinese.
That's crazy.
There's bananas, dude. Like there's awesome. There's like one of those wagon wheel things, you know, that pushes the water. I don't know what they call that, ferry with Ferris wheel. You know, on the side of a building. I don't know what they call that thing. You know, it goes like this.
Yeah. Huh.
It spins the water. Like it's all old fashioned looking, like in New England, all Chinese. Anyways, all right, come on, man. We're way off the topic. J-Lo is a J-No. J-Lo is a J-No. I'm telling you right now. I don't believe in the relationship. All right, come on, man. Let's get down. What do we got?
This is what we got next. Do you want to go with Big Andy or shout outs?
Because it's the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club, and this is our first member on Clapper that's on the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club. This is phenomenal that we got our first member. So why don't we bring her up?
Okay. Here she is.
Catherine, what is it?
Catherine Ashby, at Catherine Ashby.
Okay, here we go. Hey, what's going on, Clapper? We just want to let you know that Catherine Ashby joined the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club. She's our first member. Adlai, how you feel about that?
Hey, I think that's excellent. I'm really excited. And Catherine Ashby, thank you so much for being a part of the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club. And if you want to be in the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club, just make sure you find us on Clapper, Chino_Brothers, and check in the description. Very simple. The directions are right there. You
click
can't
on our
miss
profile.
It.
Yeah, click on our profile. Go into our description, and it's right there. The Chino Brothers Shout Out Club. If you join, we shout you out.
Yes. Big shout out to our first one, Catherine Ashby.
Right on. Thank you, Catherine Ashby, for joining the club. She's like the president of the club. I guess, yeah. She loves coffee, right? Let's see what she got to say.
Yeah, let's see.
Happy Wednesday, you guys. It's been 4 days since I posted my 7K giveaway, and you guys were amazing with your comments and your love that you shared with me. I appreciate each one of you so much.
Wait, 7K giveaway? This lady's giving away $7,000?
time.
No, once she reaches 7,000 followers.
Thoughts on video. So
she has 10,000 followers.
To
She's famous and she joined our shout out club.
Whoa.
To me, 1962.
I don't know if she realizes we don't have that many followers. But we're giving her a shout out.
Annie Abe and Lori Deacon. I had to double check my list because I worry about messing up people's names. The first time I did this video, I said Robert Herbert Fitness.
And she's talking all about all her followers. God bless her.
Right?
Nice.
That's pretty nice. I know.
So of course,
I don't know how long this video is, bro, but
I can
maybe
stop.
we should pause it. Yeah.
Can we go right something that's gonna just finish on a high note? Yeah.
Light it all the way up.
Ready?
Son. Light it all the way up. Here's our guy. All right, Clapper. Adlai, I got a progress report on this.
Okay.
Clapper. This is our celebrity until he comes on our podcast and follows us. Big Andy. I talked to Big Andy last night.
What? No.
I did. So last night he went live on Clapper, and I went on Clapper and I got on his live and I was like, hey man, you're a ladies man. And like I started gassing him up, right? And then he was like, oh yeah. And I was like, you got to come on our podcast. And he's like, I'll come on your podcast. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, is it gonna be on Clapper? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I don't know if I'll do it then. I'm like, come to our page, man. Come look at our page. He's like, I promise I will. Maybe he did, because look, he's wearing a shirt.
Yeah, we did mention that. We did mention that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that because of us, or is that because of like just that's like a coincidence?
It looks like a gown.
Look, we said wear a shirt. He's wearing a shirt. He's shaved kind of nice. And we told him that he should show off his beautiful singing voice. So let's listen to the video, see what happens.
All right, here we go. Let's do it from the top. You know what? Let's do that from the top. Hold on, guys.
That's the jam right there. Hold on. This was the first time we watched it was exactly how much we were probably supposed to watch of it.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Now
we don't want to give away too much of his talent. Like,
I thought he was doing. Yeah, I thought he was doing a race car shifting.
Listen, America's Got Talent. I see a lot of good singers, but none as good as that.
Big Andy got talent.
That's the new bump, bro. What are you, an oldie? What are you, a boomer? You don't know? That's the new type of music? Meow, 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 meow. Yes, race car G. That's what they call it. You're not hip with race car G?
Love it.
Hey, Simon Cowell, you need to get off your butt and hook up with this dude, Big Andy. Bro, by the way, Big Andy also hit me up to tell me that was his demo. Could you play it on the radio? I don't know what that means. I don't work at a radio station. You do.
Done.
Real quick, for all our fans on Clapper, don't forget that Adlai works at
Groove 99.3.
All right, let's do that again. For everybody listening, don't forget that Adlai works at Groove 99.3. And if you want your song played on the radio, please bother him whenever you see him at the grocery store, at home, with his kid, at a little league game. He loves it. Is that what you wanted me to say? Just kidding, you jerks. Don't be doing stuff like that.
I work at an old school station, so if you've got a demo from 20 plus years old,
oh, bro, I promise you there's plenty of them out there. There's plenty of them out there. Gmo probably got a lot of records left. Gmo has 7 records in him. All right, so we got to Big Andy. We got to
the Chino Brothers Shout Out Club.
The Chino Brothers Shout Out Club. We got to the J-Lo story, which dude, come on, bro. You got to get on Team Sketch on this. J-Lo's a scoundrel.
I'm not hating, but I'm not saying that she's not.
You don't think she's a scoundrel?
Little drama there. I think it's weird. I think anybody going back to your ex, there's got to be a reason, and you got, I don't know. I think there's a reason you're split. But yeah, I'm not saying it's not. I think you're right. Now, how about this? We'll ask you guys watching. What's the over/under on this relationship? Does it last to Christmas? Yes or no?
What if they're like Goldie Hawn and Michael Douglas and just ride it all the way out? And like it's the Jake Paul of marriage. You know what I mean? Like every time you're like, when's Jake Paul going down? Never. Like we're doing that with their marriage. Like, when are they getting divorced? It's like, we're getting divorced when Keith Richards dies, and he's never gonna die. Do some more heroin, Keith. All right, but the last thing that I almost forgot as we're wrapping up is Adlai's Filipino love find.
I thought we were gonna save that for Thursday.
No, man, Adlai, we're gonna tease it for Thursday.
Okay.
Remember? Okay. So Adlai, last episode, if you were paying attention, we said that every week we would give you an update on Adlai's love find, on his dating status. I'm doing this all poopy, bro. Do it for me.
Well, here's the update. Basically,
no. Wait. We got to explain to him what the update's for.
Okay.
Every week, Adlai's going to give us an update on his Filipino love find. And I'm saying this wrong. He's going to join these Filipino dating sites. There we go. Adlai's going to give us an update on his search for Filipino love. So Adlai's joining all these Filipino dating sites to meet a Filipina lady in the Philippines or that has connection with the Philippines. So you've given me a little progress that you've done this week. What have we done this week so far?
So far, what I've done is actually joined some different dating sites on Facebook that you have to do the join and wait to get approved. So I've gotten approved for sure on one of them. It's the big one. So
what's the big one called? If anybody wants to follow you
Filipino, on this. Gosh darn it. It's the big one. It's Filipino dating. I can look it up, but let me I will report back to you on that. But it should actually
you don't have to look it up. Just
second to find it.
Oh, do you think you'll find it?
I think so. Let's see.
Do you think you can bring it up on the screen and show people?
I don't know. Let me see. Because I haven't posted on it yet.
I know, but can you?
Yeah, it's under my pages, right? It's a page. Let's see. It should be, or is it a group?
Oh, this would be so dope.
Facebook is.
Just type. You know what? Just go to search and type in Filipino love or something like that, and it'll probably bring it up, right?
Oh, here it is. Your group.
See, told you.
Okay.
Listen to this, guys. This is amazing. Look at 1 week, and we already have this kind of progress. Adlai, dude, I don't know what I'm more impressed with: your background this week, or the Filipino dating group. Now, let me ask you this, bro, because this would be kind of cool. Are you going to change the records every episode?
I can. I think I will. But the thing is, I've got my records are still boxed up, so I got to go through them. But
yeah, you just grab 5 randos.
Yeah, and I thought
that was pretty cool.
With this one, we need to do an episode on our hoopties.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got a few. Right. So
now let's see what this is all about. All right, scroll up because I want to see this. What's going on?
This is Friends and Love.
Wait, how old is that lady? That looks like a kid.
Are
you sure we're on the right
thing? Philippines dating.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that does look really young. I didn't notice that before. But okay, this has 227,000 members.
Whoa, bro, you're gonna get a lot of Filipino ladies. What does it say?
This is, I guess, how you do this. So this is your real picture intro when you're posting. You get kicked if you try posting something else.
Oh, so you got to put your picture and that's it.
So keep it real, is what they're saying.
Oh, now is this a lady or a fella? That's not good. That is not good.
Here's the
thing. If we have to ask, then that doesn't go on the list for Adlai. That's clearly a fella. I thought this was Filipinas.
Good morning from. Well, he's trying to find a Filipino girl.
Oh, okay.
Right? So he's in Montana.
Oh, go back up. That dude's in Montana.
Yeah, it says good morning from Montana.
Dude, that bridge looks dope. That lake looks dope too.
That's really
cool.
I
feel kind of weird looking at this poor dude because we're kind of clowning him because he's. Did he get any responses from some of the tasties or what?
Let's see.
What's going on here?
Oh yeah. Jasmine says you look amazing.
Oh, word up, dude. Good for him. All right,
Nazish, hello.
Let's scroll down. I want to see a lady. Look at this guy. He looks like the dude that draws Phineas and Ferb. That looks like the same actor. He looks like the same guy that voices on Phineas and Ferb. All right, come on, man. I thought we were here for ladies. What's going on here? Get rid of these dudes. Here we go. Is that a lady? Are we sure?
Yes, because this says just for real and serious man.
Yes.
So don't play with her.
All right, can we leave a comment? Real. Can we leave a comment?
I'm gonna like it. There you go.
All right, hold on. Can we leave a comment? All right.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, put this comment. Put this comment. Hold on a sec. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. Put that comment. This is the best game
I'm just gonna leave it like this. That's all I'm gonna leave it like that.
What is it? I can't read it. What is it saying?
I just wrote that.
With the dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's see. Yeah. All right, post it. All right. Keep going. Keep going. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Gosh. Stop doing the dudes. Forget that guy. He's weird.
Yeah, I gotta scroll through.
Come on, that guy looks like a corny. All right, what about her?
How to find a serious one?
What about her?
Cataby?
I don't know, man. She seems
look at this guy. This guy's saying marriage.
I feel like she's a little old for you. Yeah. Let's skip her. She's a little old for you, bro. Come on, go down. Oh, look at that cool dude.
Can Tiny Box buy me a motorcycle for my Filipino dating?
No, but I can find a picture. She looks nice.
That's the same person. Wait.
No.
It is. Cataby El Lerma.
Oh, dude, she's using a filter in that second picture then, bro. Don't get it twisted. Skip her. That's the Athena Sims effect. Don't fall for it. All right, screw it.
Enos Nellis.
Bro, we're looking for ladies. Here we go. Look at this nice lady. All right, here we go. Look at her. She looks like a model. Put it down. Here we go. Come on. Hold on. Let me come up with one for you.
What's the Sun by 4? What's that one?
No, because that's about a breakup. All right, here we go. Ready?
Oops.
Hold on, because I keep thinking of LL Cool J lyrics now.
I was gonna don't do that. How about this one? I don't know if you know this song. I ain't much on Casanova.
Yeah. Me and Romeo ain't never been
friends.
Yeah, put that. I ain't much on Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. There you go. Good job, man. You're doing this better than I am.
Never been friends.
Yeah, word up, dude. You're doing this better than I am. Good job, Adlai. I'm very proud of you.
One more. Then we got to wrap it up. Oh my god.
Hold on. How about? Nah, come on, bro. You gotta pop it. This lady, and we don't know what's lying underneath. Oh, there's two right there. We got to do two more, and then we're done. Is that fair?
Two more.
That one.
Two more.
All right, that one. Okay, here we go. All right, hold on. You got the line, or do I get the line?
You got one. You got one ready?
Let's see. Oh, freak.
I was going to go.
Because every one of them's too serious that I'm thinking of.
How about never trust a big butt and a smile?
That might be too much. Too much. Line. I think that's over the line.
Okay. How about you guys watching? We need some slow jam lyrics here.
Yeah, if you guys got any slow jam lyrics.
How about
maybe when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, what are some bumps, dude?
I was gonna do let me lick you up and down till you say stop. Too much?
No, don't do that.
Too much. Oh my gosh, we're stuck. Let me see. Tell me it's real. Tell me it's real.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me it's real.
But what's the rest of it? What's the next line?
Who cares? Just write tell me it's real. That's fair.
It's real.
No, tell me it's real works. Dude, this is the most fun I've ever had on a dating site because I've never been on a dating site before.
How about this one? The next one's I got this one.
All right, what is it?
You better represent because my love is the
Yeah. I don't know what that is from though.
Better represent. No, you don't remember that song? Something for the people?
No.
You don't remember that one? Okay. Someone does watching. Someone knows that song. Better represent.
All right, hold on. Post that, and if the next one's dope, I already have a line for it. So if the next one's dope, if the next one's a lady, I've got a line for it. We'll put it on, and then we'll be done. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Just one more. If it's a lady, yes. You ready?
Yeah. What do you got?
I need a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me.
You sure that's not too much?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. That's too much.
How about this then? The next line. You need a roughneck brother that can satisfy me. But you need a roughneck brother. And that's it. That's all you got to say, right? That can satisfy. You need a roughneck brother that can satisfy. That's it.
Pinoy that can satisfy. A roughneck Pinoy that can satisfy.
Ooh, word. I like that. Dude, this is the funnest thing.
I'm just going to leave it satisfy. I won't put me because you need a roughneck.
Yeah, I know, because that's the problem.
And dudes. Okay.
Yeah, no. See, you know what? That should be the game, right? That's the game. It's like, all right, if we hit if the next roll, if it's a dude, unfortunately, we're out. Come on, roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. But you got to roll through the first 5 dudes.
Oh, that's too funny. Better represent my love is the shh. We got to have some better. We got to think of some more lines.
Oh no! Now that we know we're doing this game, we're gonna write these down all week. We're gonna be like, "Oh, I got one, sucker!" Like it's gonna be so fun.
If I ain't much on Casanova, me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Doesn't get a response.
That was pretty good, dude.
Doesn't get a response. I'll be like, whoa.
Oh, Casanova. Tell me what to do.
Ain't never been.
Casanova, I just wanna be with you. Listen, baby, I wanna hug, wanna squeeze you too. I wanna make sweet love to you. That song was the jam, bro.
What was their
other song? What was their other song?
I don't think they had another one. Did they have another one? I don't think. I got that vinyl somewhere too. Maybe that'll be on the wall next week. You never know. I don't know.
Dude, we ran
some slow jams.
We ran hard today. We're gonna.
Oh my gosh, we're almost at 2 hours.
Around the world. Holy crap!
Last lyric. Tommy used to work on the docks.
Why didn't you put that on one of those lyrics?
Save that for next time.
Oh no, dude! By next time,
Filipinos love our karaoke.
Dude,
we love our karaoke.
I know, absolutely. But by next time, I absolutely promise you.
Oh, that is a good one. Let me love you.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a good one, Isaiah.
Oh, where were you, Isaiah? 10 minutes ago, Joker.
I want to be your man. Oh, I want to be your man.
I want to be your man.
Yeah, those are good ones.
We never know. Dude, when you put on Zap, that is the audio equivalent of putting on a silk robe. Do you agree with me with that?
Ooh, yes.
If you put on Zap and Roger, that is the audio equivalent of putting on a silk robe with like a pipe, and you're walking in on it like.
Yeah. I want to be your man. Computer love. Computer love was never
Oh, Isaiah, you're just loading this up for next week. All right.
Oh, he's got another one.
At this point, we are now doing karaoke ourselves.
Oh my gosh. Stop. We got to stop. All right. We got to roll.
I mean, do we? Here's the thing. We give a lot of entertainment, and that's just more of us to love. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't been having fun tonight, then you've been at the wrong show, because I've been having a lot of fun. Haven't you been having fun?
It went by really fast.
Dude, you look phenomenal. Your set looks phenomenal. You sound phenomenal. 0 glitches. You brought up tons of stories. You ducked the hard questions because you're still selling out to the real media, man. So you're like, I can't say that Lizzo's ugly, and I can't say J-Lo's a whore. Come on.
I can say Lizzo's not my type, and J-Lo kind of looks like she's getting around.
I understand the Illuminati is your boss. The Illuminati tells you what you can and can't say. I ain't mad at you, but one way or another.
But real quick though, should we tease next time? What do you think? Sure. Well, maybe I don't know if I should talk to you about this in the green room, but one thing I wanted to do, I thought would be very interesting, was a deep dive on Beef Smith.
Oh my god. It's a racist character, dude. We can't be talking about this stuff in this age.
But he loved doing it.
All right. If you want to do a deep dive on Beef, that's fine. Hold on. But I want to do a deep dive on Tio. If we're going to do a deep dive, you're Beef, I'm Tio, just like the radio commercial. Do you remember that radio commercial?
Let's save it.
It was my first radio commercial on Hot. And we will save it for next week, or for Thursday. But remember, folks, on the next episode of the Chino Brothers, we're still going to be chasing after Big Andy to see if he's going to follow us. We're going to be on episode 11, which means we are halfway to our, oh my gosh, we're going to have a celebration show. We will talk about Too Strong because we want to get them on possibly our 22nd episode celebration show or Earn Dollars. But most importantly, and we should all remember this, Adlai will be looking for Filipino love. So please, if you could do anything for us, give us some slow jam lyrics, baby. Something that's not too edgy. Yeah. That's the rub, is the stuff was too edgy. You know what I mean?
Isaiah's going to come through us for next time, for sure.
Oh, dude, you know what I missed? I love you like a fat kid loves cake. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like, you could pull it off, but like,
They call you the preacher's wife. Remember you changed that lyric?
Yeah,
the jagged edge. That's good.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, guys. We got to bounce. Thank you so much for sticking around with us this long. It's really been a blast. I feel like, was this our best episode?
This was a lot of fun. This is, I'm going to say, this is our best episode.
This is 100% our best episode.
Yeah.
So as we keep growing, we're gonna keep doing some fun stuff like this Adlai thing. We're gonna keep coming up with neat bits like that. But also, we're gonna have some really cool interviews. We're gonna get Earn Dollars on here. We'll get the whole Too Strong Squad on here. I actually had a guy who owns a pinball machine. Like he owns a pinball arcade, and he's just a normal person, and he just bought a pinball arcade. He shops at my shop. His name's John. He was like, dude, you should do it for my pinball shop. I was like, why don't we just interview you at your pinball shop? And he's like, all right. I was like, give me 2 months so we have some followers and we'll go from there. He's like, okay. So I just feel like we're gonna have some really cool interviews coming up too.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Love it very much. So
all right, guys.
Be safe out there. Chino Brothers. Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, sticking around.
Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, although they're being a little BIBS right now. They're giving us a problem with our thing. I figured out how to post to it though, Adlai, but I'll tell you about that. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Clapper if you want us to look at least famous, because we have almost 1,000 followers on there.
Nice.
Follow us on TikTok. We don't have as many followers on there. Follow us on YouTube. The only place we really got followers is Facebook and Clapper.
We're on Twitch too.
But we're on Twitch. We've never watched ourselves on Twitch, but we're working our way up. I promise you. We're constantly marketing, and as we grow, it'll be easier for us to get guests and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're excited, and you're a part of it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being a part of it. This is dope. You guys will be able to tell people, I used to watch the Chino Brothers when you can get your little thing up on the screen. So
single digit.
All right, guys.
Yeah. All right.
See you later.
We'll see you next time.